Okay, I was your me mamo adjo, emamo akwaba, and then you made about Bakosem Jumedi History 101. So, me din in an Kyidomhene. I said, I die, you know, you made the Yamin Kwana me, and a mini aqua ansa from Ansa Deco City, and Yashishi Jumedi, a kind of humbo at the bro. I said, I die, I make a show, and say, and te soon qua ain't me nante, and what's enough for what you are, dear so. What's not so cha. I hear ya na pie. I wadi and what na so cha. I hear ya na pie. Tikwa kum na fa kumfa ni sanche ni dem ni fem. Kwa ku eye juma. Na kwa ku juma oye ni eye POP graviato ene plaster board. Andre ye wo ne ho ama wo ne ho aye trom se premier ni awe. Ene nti na da me kan fo ma se wo dan no a wo fie no a wo sie no. Se de be yi mu be ya akona ma wa ukofia wani beka nti no edru ebra asese upenti fie no na woye ceiling a jai se adwuma ni nyina fa makwaku ansa ne ansa deco city efi se kwaku enkoa emfa adwuma ni nyina emmo ne bo kwaku atiase se obakofo ensa enso onyankopon ani kata eni nti no kwaku abohwi akọ the francophone world na me kira ye nuanom ewo Togo ene Ivory Coast mu akwa sisa memma katira nwam e de oma ba woni omo na eye adwuma no na we obi a udi construction achi a kwankasa be hu se ye nuanom francophones ne de when it comes to construction a sabio wo mo nkrani be se amenobe ai wo mo suni ho ere nti na de bia me kanfo mini akwaku ansa ne ansa deco city e de ama wo se e ba ne se wo ye wo plastering ni wi na wo pese wo ti paint egu ho a ana se edu se wo bo ceiling no a na wa kai menu akwaku ansa ne ansa deco city na wo di adwuma ni nyina ahye o monsa ne pono so aye hye class captain ane me ho ye na fiti anopa ma ye bit moody e fiti anopa ma ye bit moody but ni nyina so eka ho bi eti mi mo bibia akwa aba official Elkin Linda Ampon Nana AK Prince 1 kwadwo ye bo a ni okan kwata vivid ne abusuafo a mo adwan ne ye nyina no me mamo adwo emamo akwa aba ane eduana ba ane me mamo adwo emamo akwa aba wa mentimi amodin wadawo ma na odi ache me enye me ani paso ne epono so aye hye ye hwe ye hwe nkomo a one on one conversation a emrantie bi ene a reptilian enyaye on say ye nyina ne ye di nkomo about the Anunnakis ye di nkomo about the Anuhazis ye di nkomo about the Inwakis na this conversation emrantie ene this reptilian breed enyaye no will shed them more light ebe bie kanea ato ye nkomo no ayedi ye ni bebre so ama ye hu yate ase se yate ase ya yete so enye nkwa na ewa ha niti na da bia na me ka kire o se aya to wano na reka se bio ubetimi ahia obi na wo hunu ni se we ye nipa ba da bia na onye nipa wote ase me ka so onye nipa na kyeso wonye yen ye bi wate ase o if it says ankrofo no wo mu etimi a shifte ema wo no hunu wo mo se wo mo ye yen ye bia ba nso na wo mo nye ye bia ena sa nkrofo yi a me ko ma se me wo mo ye nkrofo bi wo mo ye tete millions of years ena wo mo ewo yate asefo asase so as a matter of fact wo mo kra no ekire mu a ya asase wo mo na ye wo mo ankasa dia ye no ni aliens what they say ye ni aliens are ye ni free baby aba. And when they say this, as you be what study etymology, any astronomy, any why biblical studies, Bible, what can you kind of of one answer Christonia? You understand what I say? If you say, for instance, the book of Job, Job 9:9, no, I can't and same Bible, what I say. And I am a Christo for an from one. The reason why Job suffered was because Job was operating in his lower self through his carnal mind. What you say, hey, I know the way there, yeah, the baby come after this Lacerta interview, you know. You better to continue who etymology, you first reincarnated back into this earth. What you say? You first pass it through the planet Saturn. Now you dinya your physical body. What you say? Aha. And then you better all the cycles. What you say? From your birthday, that would be P was as so. What you say? So every birthday, you start calculating 52 days. Which is the first circle, which is called the opportunity circle, which is your character and reputation circle. What you say, And what we say in the Bible, no kanya the number 7, no, yabono 7, no, maku sa 360 times in the Bible. What you say? Now say we started kind from that wawoda. Me 15th April. On the 15th April, no, so me started kind. 1, 2, 3, 52. That is my first cycle, which is the opportunity cycle, which represents my character and my reputation. Sabreno, you are in your power. Sabreno, na would enipa bibri person or ben what you say. Na impono 52, no, o calculate 52 times 7. It should give you what 364. The next day, falls on your birthday. What you say? We astronomy. Now, one will say, your calendar, no, almost shifting in a kakra, what you say, and when you breathe and you are not getting what you want, we your meditations now, there, say, wunyana, it would you free. Oh, the control and penning for control, we are saying, manipulations now more manipulating, what you say, aha, and yet, asem ketwa. First, they came for our bodies. Then they came for our minds. Now, omudi yesu nechi. They are after our soul. Until you read this series, we'll dig deeper. What you say? If you say the planet Saturn is called the gate of God. What you say? When you ask permission from the universe and ask the creator to come into this realm, that is where you pass to get this physical body. What you say? The planet Saturn. Ain't you didn't come what I say, but anyway, they know prepare quine na mam. Now, Sunday, I call you main topic, so the Inti and Nemini Weshiano. Colin Zima, Moajumo, Abadi, TV, and obey Boatin. Okay. Yan share a dear Catrapi say, there be when you late to Collins up in a Jumedi in Yashas you. I am in Cafe Craft. Yan share the oral tradition of the Dogon people or more Mali, no. If it's a pempi, no, yen I had and minia kuma glass and qua, Kenny Jonas. And so, also a lot of negativity in our minds. So, I say, Bibini Baye, then we are say, I don't blame him a lot because, politicians who are all part of the cabal, any are sorry, no, any of them. The mosque now, part of the cabal, they are not doing what they are supposed to do. And now, my union be brain, no, for mobile, the swear, need the term, air course on a japa. Now, we are no a journey air court. Mia cramini woka say, meaning messy, air bomb is on board, and then they say, mean family bottle. Nanka, mean concord enemy, may yere ewo Canada. Annie. And send me. And got me going. Miss Marco Wari Bruni. What I say? 7 years. Cristiano Buquaja, Mamete on catch a batch of Yavoko, dear. Zadok. Okay, nice one. Walandi Waha. Good one. Smart Cocoa Brunia to me also 7 years. You. I will also take another memo came here. I feel be about twice. Mean koda invitation in banana spice mean koda. Now the thing is this. Mishia no. Now free say you are bruchirintina. Bibini udi bruniachi. In fact, on one now for bibri crack catcher and say Bibinia or no watwe ama wo de e bi a visa no opedi aba bruchiri na me kire ne say ewura me ni the new Moses no me ba be yi me nkrofo afri nkwaso mu until I'm done with that sabi onya de ametu metu afri krom ha na me mpa bruchira kwa se je me ni me seti abruchiri me nuanom nyina ho no mo na mda so ti ha sei passport kura nya madam fo ne koye adwuma wo foreign affairs a ka passport kura na nka me mpe emfa nya hwe akwantu ni emfa nya hwe ye wadwuma ye nipa hu hia no anti ni asa aba what I say no anti ni reincarnated to the planet Saturn Satan to get this body only medical catch us see no consciousness now raise here to the point say even when I leave and I decide I want to come back when I get to the planet Saturn I met me bon my selection because me who say you guys are so much vested in this meat jacket and meat jacket and I'm the judge nipa what I say because we share tax bi kura na wo ne tax here no ahwe so ahwe from what I say na just nti no me hu say mo pa de kokko ne sa nema no nti metu me bon ma selective hwene ne yi kama say de me ba le na nyo na mu hu mi a wo say hey be ma pa ni be ma we di bosi anyways we are the baba kwem na yen hwe some of the oral traditions of the Dogon people say said the name say me nua twini Jonas say bibini be ye dey wo wiase na as a matter of fact nananom ewo agya history say bi oniema no bibiri wo ha ani na kwasi broni no e be sua fi Africa ha sei o dia say na yewia ene yewia me wo PDF books PDF about the Dogon history, the Dogon people of Mali omu history. It's those 5 PDFs no books no me uploading in our WhatsApp forum no na say bi obi ono so na ni gi akenkan ho no ono so akan bi we are the Lacerta files no and also we series ni nyina me upload and also we WhatsApp forum no na obi anso ope no ono so akenkan bi no ate said the air course we are saying what I say and after and then I will read Barbara me mo adwuma akwa be ne making kind me de me bobu press BGSS brofo no ebe kinkan this document about how many pages officially nanka book ni about 40 something pages but then the hybrid the reptilian no ebo emrantie ne kokose ensem ni bi wo ho a omunyi emfiri mu what I say ensem ni bi wo omunyi emfiri mu because ensem ni bi wo ho a na ano ehye dodo timi enti no ye di nkomo na I'll read from the book me kind the podcast ma me di me bobu press BGSS brofo na eti misre mo aya ma mo nsre me aya ma mo nsre me now but answer na ye be ko the Lacerta files ne so no Lacerta no reptilian no edin a wode ato ne ho as human so oba ye nipa mu no obe mingle with us so shift into human being now obe mingle with us sa bre no na edin a wo use any the Lacerta anti no enka wukuhia oba bi na say makwakonya tax view na tax we di obosi se de ni mpokua ne oti ase tax yi gina so ne yi na o si wakwakonya na se gay yi si ni din di Lacerta jo I said what to you oh is it just my tax je kra no is it tax je no kra no so akọ je se nyama eno so tax no be je kra nyama e ase ayehu anyways na ye hwe 80 books 5 na me ne ye be che no books 5 na ye be che no mami mo boss ma the pale fox the serious mystery conversation with Ogutemeli, an introduction to the Dogon religious ideas and the science of the Dogon, decoding the African mystery tradition, and the sacred symbols of the Dogons. These are the 5 books, and I may upload it your WhatsApp forum. Now will be on also park and kind of on also can be there. They be on catch on. Knowledge is power. If we want to be powerful, they say all the knowledge you beat me acquire no. You acquire. Your planet is the planet of karma. You have to take lessons for our soul. What you say, hey. But to be able to live on this realm, no, you need this meat jacket. Anything you pass it through the gate of God. Satan is the gate of God. Right? Satan is the gate of God. Anything as memeneda, Satan, one ananum tu ni din nyankopon kwame. What you say, memeneda, what you say, that's what corresponding with what you say. But then, Sabi unka the creator, na say the creator, no, enka enye masculine energy, more of feminine. At the dean say, you know, na once we need me login say, oh, how am I doing? No, many start to be login. Could you be watching my car? Could you say, we login, say, qua bullet 1 year near Wakushim na, and then all of a sudden. Meaning baby I will free our baby PF I say. But me nyane what time. And then mini mood na. Mini be this uncommon hey tina. Oba ya me share dan kasa ne. What dey say hey. Eti yen hwe. Enema maku nsia. Enema maku nsia. Say we the Dogon oral tradition na. The Dogon oral tradition na. Omudi hu nkomo. Yes. What dey say? Years and son akwesi bruni through what they call science. No, and then one no baby who say why discovery. And it's a na be am encouraging mo amoa brochiri so say mo making discoveries. What they say? And can Buckingham Palace who go jina ho na we discover. What they say me discover because I know mo discover that is how they discovered things. Omo bana nipa ti ho kro mo so omo discover. And they also call what you say the British Parliament, another the House of the Lords, no qua. Now, so what I have discovered what as a Muslim discover. Oh, no, what would delay me? Would delay me how many minutes? Must spend it 10 minutes, but what delay me, sir? Patcho, my name common. Anyways, in the answer, number 1, the invisible companion. The invisible companion star. What we say the Dogons, no? Nana make a the Sirius B. Star, no, a tiny dense star, orbiting around the Sirius A. Centuries before Abrofone A discovered in 1862. Now, Nanano, what Mali hey, and don't forget, say, Ghana has say, no. During our migration from the northern part of Africa, no, ye be sure or Mali. What I say, Enna, and ye na crani as I buy, it be carho. What I say, hey, but this answer na Abrofone be make it almost so-called discovery of the Sirius B, no. Na in 1862, no. Na nanano munim sa enkomo we da what you say. In fact, na accurately no ma predict say every 50 years be an orbit. What you say around that you know what you say answer na Western science if what in the 20th century no crown so omo ba be discover in 1995 year say every 50 years be an make it that orbit no what you say the Dogons no celebrated the Kizi Uzi no now the second one is the seed of the universe. The seed of the universe. Naturally say, Sabu universe no. Ediaba or bad any dria ya. Now so bibia define. Now the Dogon's concept of the pole no. The primordial seed or much they containing all matter. A primordial seed a containing all matter. Na no sa de no much and mirror what Abrofone friend the Big Bang theory no. The Big Bang theory no. It the answer na Abrofone be coming up with their Big Bang theory no. Now say be one ananum from the Dogon tribe in Mali no. Now wo mu enim no ma to the Big Bang theory no mu friend the po. The primordial seed po no. Then the tosomi answer galaxies beyond our own. On said there are there are galaxies beyond yen the year. Sabi you won't mean for physical eye in any abrofone developing a lot of telescope. Any a year satellites are already air orbit or monitor all these things. What you say? Na Dogons no munim said there are countless stars are air spinning in space. What you say? Now Western astronomers, in fact, who all these galaxies are one ananom etna mali Dogon ehu yeno until 1924. Until 1924, and Edwin Hubble, making this so-called discovery. Tina me say mun discover bi. This is 2024. Discover them. Na yes you yes discover omubi. What they are saying? The number 4, the dark foundation of the cosmos. Some of the Biamikacho said darkness is the true face of light. And ti won ananum a omo Dogon no, omo tradition ne chim say omo creator no. Obo ade no na wo mo de omo frɛ no ama on say yen ayete Ghana ye frɛ no kwame me ama no nyina ye the same day, which is the Saturn. Or just say Saturday no, but then omo recognize it as more feminine, so they call it ama. The nyankopon and as the creator na ye ne bema. In fact, sa concept of bema no ama, the femininity of the side of Africa na free her. What they say, the work Africa has, you know, can't ma will to me. In fact, the ma are very powerful. For instance, the ma that could match them when ma menstrual period, no, a very, very powerful. It contains a lot of stem cells. What you say? Nienti anata tibiri no ba ebu ni nsa yesi won kwa fichiri no. It's because at that time no, she's in her power. That time no na bibi o person wo yibia no, so person wo ye manifestation, so person wo kanche bi sa bre no na ni tumi wo soro. Bibi o person wo yibia no. Oye o ti ase nti sa bre no ye yi ni free se adwuma bia efi adwuma bia se so wo yibia no ti ase. Eti ye so o konfichiri. Sa bre no na o konfichiri a wotimi ye de o person wo yibia o ti ase divination ene sa anyema ni nyina no. Wotimi nya bre no aye sa ade ni nyina no. But ene no yama menstruation na yete say adefun bi opa wani mu atwintwam a ana wonsa ho bi atwintwam a dakofa wonsa bo menstrual blood ni na fa fefa wonsa ne wona head how he will heal. O dey say enye sebio lack of knowledge na ama enipa aye de waye. O dey say in the Dogon tradition no omu kire mu ama for me universe no from darkness. Tina debia meka kire say wu yesumba. What I say? 18 a star seed, black hole. Another star seed, black hole. Or is there Whitney Houston? No, so a star seed. So black hole a star seed. So when you listen to black hole, aya na wo be all catch say isundru a kai baby a free. Meaning where it's not like I listen to black hole, I'm like, damn. What I say, but what check in now, you see say free. But baso obabe help you to raise the earth area vibration. What do I say? Area vibrating on the number 7. What do I say? The vibration of earth is on the number 7, which represents your 7 main chakras. No, what do I say? Anything at the number 7, no, it repeating in the Bible 360 times. It's not a coincidence. But say you puppeteers near sikedienti asofo nya brekra no matras yesua de. No mo tutu atu council hu saa because o person ogi ni pesikedi na no me hwe e obi asia ayi obi asi pono asi asore dem say a door of the door to success, so door to ayi ni nyina na ade gi nkrofo sika wonwo enti in the Dogon tradition omo kire mu ama for me universe no from darkness. Oh, now we no aligning with the modern theory of the dark matter na abrofone ka ho asem in 1933, and Abrafuni discover what they call the dark matter. Then now Nananum from the Dogon tribe knew about all these things. So they say, they knew about all these things. What they say, and the dark energy no was discovered in 1998. Now we are, but now Nananum ni mo. This all points to us say ben ya Nananum ni ani omudi nkomo anko orally nkom be kire ye. What they are saying, can go be and be discovered. What? 18 I how your friend Ojaba on the sipuno no. Ah, okay, official. Ni aje yakofa punu nimbi. Si cafe. About tactics o. You wrap punu nimu ana odi si kato. You wrap punu nimu ana no. And the last but not the least is the cosmic web. The cosmic web. One said the Dogons need describe it, the work of the spider, no? Say, if we are saying that the say there's no difference between you and I. In fact, when you astral projector, you see the connectivity. And near my kayin in our boom, what I said is an. That's why the way I may treat you, no, I am only treating myself that way. What I say, anything that they we are here to spread love, spirituality, or whatever it is now. It's all about spreading love, peace, and unity. What I say, among all creations. What I say, hey. And anything me will see her nene, kwaku bomb kwakose me breno, koneni muntini. Yen shall see with the Lacerta files. Now the Lacerta files, no, yen komobia, abrantie bia, unya a visit from a reptilian. Na reptilian ya obesra abrantie no, oyoba. Ni dino ni di ankasa ye different no. In fact, ochiremu a yen ye tekrema no yentimi mfemmo. E na obo chirewa the vibration of the name no. One way ya a deafening. What you say? E na ochiremu a omudin no. Se wentimi ampro na wentimi ammoni yi a offended some of them. Offended some of them. Minim the enti amu obi bo mudin no wa amu ni yi a na mu so. Kwasi broni timi bo akwa na obo Napoli no oni Nigeria ni strike ebo Napoli ya ni din ye omo be de kwagra kapia o se kwagra rapia o se na buchika me mwajo mu akwa akwa na odo ni Victor Osimhen bo Napoli se di huhuhin kwasi broni timi to ne bo kwagre papia o se kwagre strapia o se kwagra lasia o se de but uka se one more asamoah giant or say asamoah gian. What do I say? And you guys don't take it as offensive. Joe bodini ye me fami dini ni agro because a dino ewo vibration. What do I say? Dini wa sechere eye boa payo ene nipa sheda na person or disrespect to but oh no. Madam will be say, what ya bruti no anfa brofudin a ukọ edwuma o mfa. Me kra no me makra na ma fam edwuma mpu. Ko me mam official ekin. Omo brand Kwarazaki as fi wa hwe di we o. Official ekin. Omo timi pronounce o. Wa hwe. Na ga ka tem se untimi mo champon. Untimi mo oduro. Na ne kura obo a opese obo ne se de ope disrespect no opese o mo disrespecting onwo enti abrantie no ene reptilian nya encounter no ono de reptilian ne besra no because the reason why reptilian ne besra ne say ono ne kind no ya perceive o mo through your religion o mo na religion nim no o mo ye serpent ne ye from from one yes omo na ye devil no ne ha omo because omo no kiremu omo so omo no wo e wo hansa na enkrofo ne ba ya omo be modify yen. Then once again this is a confirmation to omo I say enkrofo bi create it's just a modification. O dey say a gene modification. Enti omo de omo wa ha say bi omo hu yen and enkrofo na eba ye na amayen evolution na nkasa se ye pass through no evolution a slow process but we mu no ba ye no tentem so tia se omo be modify your genes no e na ama ni ya ye de aye o tia se ya ye de nti ye nya botre enti na ye ntimi nyini. So when you read the Bible and say you think menkro ebre bi no mutimi nyini 900 years 1000 years o tia se but ye time yi de when you say nkwala na tramadol ne ko day ni engineer say dem kwala 1920 no ma for mo bag no mo ko fie o ti ase no ma fa bag no mo ko fie no sem ye nkwala ne de in running to a baby if you only just to weaken your consciousness. What you say, hey, 18 Abrantiano ni din komono. Abrantiani din only that entity ni din komo. Ena sebi owo din oni nadamfo din komo say a reptilian aba besra no. Woni ni din komo. Na wokeka ne nsem ni bi a kire no na se de sebi o nsem ye ote a etwetwenwaso na ye wo se anansesem bi anase sci-fi movie bi na obi ka no. Abrantie no esi no masa jaja nyama o nkrofo Colorado Colosu ya abasu ibi na wakohyehe na efa wadwunim na wo tutu anansesem kire me ndi abrantie ne reptile no edi nkomo se maka wa asem a kire minua bi a minua ne se meboa maka ka nti no mesre se kebe ya ma minua no emra na woni umedi nkomo ifise mpani se wani tuamu a ye ni nya akwasi bro ni seeing is believing enti wono ankasa fa nani krotwa wisie ya ne hwene tiansa ntem yi emra no no mra mehwe na saa komodie ekoso wo Sweden man mu what you say Sweden man mu in 2000 the year 2000 I just said 24 years ago and reptilian no ejitu mu se abrante ne mra no ne ni medi saa nkomo no abrante ne ni di nkomo no reptilian ni jitu mu se information na wode ma no unpublished some part na yenya ye nipai yenhunu what is going on yenhunu ekwan a yempanimfo no any other aliens ye be from aliens and as extraterrestrial beings enkita ho omo ni omo di contractor omo ni omo asensan ya no nam so a omo ton ye nipadua ne ya adwene ne ye kra no e de ama nkrofo na ene ntie nam so a nkrofo ni timi be adopte omo timi be fa ye nipa ni bi e de ko a medical ni wadi hu nkomo se mi ankasa minua ba from me papa side what I say omo be chi ni bi pen e de nako pen asemu a me kan wa wo ye chinyigefo no uko obogu asante achemu a ukwa sa asemu e wo ho minua ba no omo beja ni si ba bia ye frɛ na abisim obogu abisim ti ufri obogu presby JSS e ho na mko school a usane a e ho na ye frɛ wa abisim in fact those times ni ye wo school no ye high bicycle e ho na ye de tijo e de ko ti ase abisim ho ha eti no me de menye sabi o menye ensam we minim na sa abre na misua no na omo be fa wa yesi motia fawo asem ane ye kan no because on say na nimde ni wonti yesi motia eti minua no omo fa ne for 3 days eti yesi motia na afa minua ba no but the name no amenyini ye no amesua ade na amate ne ma se na now understand omo e fa no say enye motia extraterrestrial beings. They take you, they study your genes, and they what I say twetwe moja ni bi ni aye na oba no mama wura be fi bibia o mo de wo ye nyina. They erase the memory. What I say nti om de wo besi wa ndi minua ba no om de besi ho no ubusa ne say he ne okọ ya he tisi ontimi nka hwe onim hwe ba bi e de ko 3 days no nka hwe o enti o ma brante ne kwan ma brante ne ni bedi nkomo na yehwe enti me kan ne prof kasem madam abobu presby JSS e na me wie ye ani enti no me cerebral no enti me an kan ya na at the introduction I say I certify that the following text is the absolute truth and no work of fiction. These are part of a transcript of an interview I have made with a non-human and reptilian being in December 1999. This female being was already in contact with a friend of mine whose name is given only with the abbreviation EF. What you say nti wo kire mu a ni nua no a wono na being no sa edi kan ni be di contact nam ne so ma ono ni be hia ye no won fa ni din entu dwaba ni din no wo twa ne short aye ne EF EF na wasi wodi nsie akantam e de akyerɛ mo sɛ ensɛm yi a wɔne mu kan sɛ bio enye fiction nye bosire mu ka wote ase aha but ɛyɛ no kure trodo efiri sɛ na damfo ne ka kyerɛ no no ɔno ankasa nso ɛna ɔno kɔɔ ya ɔne nakodi nkɔmɔ a ɔne no ɛkɛ kwaku mfoni ni twagu wɔ so de esrɛ ama mfoni ni twangu firi sɛ wɔ ma ne kwan ma ne draw or draw ne shape na wɔtene mu de baayɛ no ɛne ne reptile shape no or ma kwan ma onua ne de ne pencil draw no enti from the publication no me screenshot some of the images no the kwaku put them on the screen for you to see for yourself what you say enti was say since some months let me declare that I was all my life a skeptic about UFOs, aliens, and other weird things, and I thought that EF, Nadamfno, tells me just dreams or fictitious stories when he talked with me about his first contact with a non-human being, Lacerta. Eti wachira, ono de no so oye chinyijifo, no ye Thomas, no nyini, no free se Nadamfno, ye hurudu hurada sembi. Sabiu nkrofo tramado yi bi no afa na ato na nisubri na ode keka nsem ana se bia ye da ye bi kura na menua na so na sabiu o free se no kre enti aha was say I was still a skeptic when I met this being on December 16th last year in a small warm room in the remote house of my friend near to a town in the south of Sweden. Despite the fact that I saw now with my own eyes that she was not human, she has told and shown me so many unbelievable things during that meeting that I can't deny the reality and the truth of her words no any longer. This is not another of that wrong UFO papers, which claim to tell the truth, but tell in fact just fiction. I am convinced that this transcript contains the only truth, and therefore you should read it. And to say, no the unknown who say, Sabio no, one yini said they making, but one kasa any nipanetna wa. Nipa no dane eye niema kire no no ankasa so di nani pu ade no wa hunu se bi onani nua ne nyantro no wotwa eti no wosere se wankasa nso kenkan sem we bi nti na nei magebre a me de me bogu English no kenkan e de a kire wa ma so wati ase so let me move on. I say I had talked with her for over 3 hours, so the following transcript shows you only shortened part of the interview because she asked me after the interview not to publish everything she had told me already. Now, the order of the question in this transcript is not always the same order in which I had asked them, so it may seem sometimes a little bit confusing to you. It was not easy to delete all the important parts she had asked me to delete from the transcript, so I apologize for the maybe unusual order. Or chirene say being no chirene say and some no one na can be over ano ehye. Enti won twetwam won onyim firimu. Na enti ye di nkomo yi. Se hunu se nkomo no insisi so in orderly manner madam amomfa nche no ababa wa na chirene say ensem ni bi wo ha ompese ebeba abonten animu ya efiri se eba enti nipa nti ase yi ene ba nso a ebe ha adwene fi se yempanimfo na tonye omatonye. We say I am in the possession of the entire transcript of the interview, 49 pages with some of my drawings of her body and her equipment, and also of some tapes on which I have the full interview, but I will not reveal this before I have permission from her. I will send this shortened form of the still fascinating document to 4 of my reliable friends, to Finland, Norway, Germany, and France, and I hope they will translate it into their own language and into other languages. And I hope as many people as possible will be able to read and to understand the transcript. If you receive it, please send it to all your friends by email or print out and copy them. I certify furthermore that various paranormal abilities of her species, like telepathy and telekinesis, including the moving and dancing of my pencil on the table without touching, and the flying of an apple around 40 centimeters over her hand, were shown to me during the 3 hour and 6 minutes of the meeting. And I am absolutely sure that these abilities were no tricks. The following is certainly difficult to understand and to believe for someone who hasn't experienced it. But I was really in contact with her, mind and now, completely sure that everything she said during the interview is the absolute truth about our world. Eti wochire mu a sabi o said no ono so wonye niam bi ni said e won so wonye niam bi ni saa no. Oni ababa ya no tena ase in the 3 hour 6 minute interview meeting na omo ye no. Sabi o niam bi abayo na eda na di kire no through telepathy. Telepathy communication ne say ye mie ya no nkasa. Minim de wo wa adwenim. Minim de wo ba beka. I can predict what you are saying. In fact, and I know make catch us there are other planets and other civilizations they don't talk. In fact, before modify your genes, exercise no actually cornea bone ni nyama nyina no. Na ye sa na ne communicating. And through the telepathy no, sabi den say wo be dada wo nua fi say tax na me pefre every na akushika ho a. Me ba be me friend na akushika ni nyina na akushika nim de wo ma adwenim. Onim say tax keke na me ba be je nya ware. Oti ase ntite na akushika pene so a wapene so. Wade ase nti na da bia ni ba bia biem. Wa wanya ne ya emrante na se wo ma no. Emrante ne de wo mo tekrema e de akwa yi o. Ye de ato dade so asene na o de be fa ho saa no wa rew. O rew a hu ni biem. What I say, unfortunately, if I read the entire transcript and much more, this very shortened form by myself, I have the strong impression that everything I've written sounds too unbelievable to be true. That everything sounds more like a bad science fiction story from a TV or cinema. And I have doubts that anyone will believe my experiences. But they are true, if you believe it or not. I can't expect from you that you believe my simple words without evidence. But I can't give you that evidence. Please read the transcript and think about it. You will maybe see the truth in these words. There will be a new meeting between me and her again in the same house in Sweden on April 23rd, 2000. I have that one too. And she promised to give me maybe some evidence for her existence. In the meantime, I collect questions, which I will ask her then. Maybe she gives me permission to reveal more of the missing part in the transcript and about the coming war. One said, there's a coming war. What I say? Believe it or not, this makes no real difference. But I hope you will believe. Enti yenkwe interview no na ye ba be hyasie no. Enti the first question abrantie no edibusa abayo anene say. Say first of all, who are you and what are you? Are you an extraterrestrial species or can your origin be found on our planet? Question answer now what the man yini. Or say, as you can see with your own eyes, I am not a human being like you. And to be honest, I am no real mammal. Despite my partly mammal-like body feature, which are as a result of evolution, I am a female reptile being belonging to a very old reptile race. In the first in Musa, Abrante ni busa reptile no any say edi kan no wokura no woni hwan what you say we hwan wo no we extraterrestrial being and say we den wo free planet be so aha na wo free ana wo yi na no say said de wan kasa wo de wani ehu no sabi o menye nipa sem na se me ka no kura nso a kire mu a menye real mama na je ze menye sabi o aboa wowo ai said de me nipadua na se me features ne kire se me ya aboa wowo no ba sa na me ya uhu ni se ewo me hu ni nyina part of evolution what you say na me no me part of a female reptile being you belong to an old reptilian race what you say reptilian race. Now what was I say, we are the native Terrans and we live on the planet since millions of years. We are mentioned in your religious writings like your Christian Bible, and many of the ancient human tribes were aware of our presence and worshipped us as God. What is that titibremuno? Serpent worship. Titi all the titi cultures ni nyina no omo mfa wo eni agro wo som. In your Bible no ebra Moses we aboa ne kan was peja wani hwe serpent no what you say in the Bible there are a lot of serpent wo some our some bebri ewo mo Bible ni what you say and all these religious books what you say now which mu a or say for example the Egyptians and the Inca and many other old tribes your Christian religion has misunderstood our role in your creation, so we are mentioned as evil serpents in your writings. This is wrong. Your race was genetically engineered by aliens to you. Your race was genetically engineered by aliens. And we were just the more or less passive visitors of this accelerated evolution process. You must know, some of your scientists have already supposed this, that your species had evolved in a naturally completely impossible speed within 2 to 3 million years. This is absolutely impossible. Also, now make a choice. Those beings now mobile no mobile modify no. Or mobile no na enka ne ube enka enye chimpanzees so enye monkeys so but ne very hairy like an ape form. Like an ape form. But in thinka through the evolution on ke be evolve ya nanka ya ba be yete say the wuti ase and now mobile no be speedy the process no in thinka process and can say take it 2 to 3 million years no omo antwen because omo hia ye de aye nkwase adwuma omo hia ye de aye 9 to 5 but as omo hia ye de aye 9 to 5 inti no omo ebe yes ade no I say this is absolutely impossible because evolution is a much slower process if it is natural, but you have not understood this. Your creation was artificial and done by genetic engineering, but not by us, but by an alien species. If you ask me if I am an extraterrestrial, I must answer no. We are native Terrans. We had and have some colonies in the solar system, but we originate on this planet. It is in fact our planet, not yours. It was never yours. Now the cultural say, through my learning and main comedy, when you are astral project and you ask questions you question other beings, you meet other beings and you question her. Now Busoma, they tell you vividly, they tell you, say Joe, as I say, moye ye dia momo enya mo di ankasa o mo beto nkrofo ja de mo oti ase de munya abotre na mo coexist with omo amo beto omo na munya ise da bia mo di omo atemu amo frɛ omo oti ase mo tutu omo di basa no cause da ko omo provoke a mo so ba ahyi o oti ase I see we had and have some colonies in the solar system, but we originate on this planet. In fact, this planet is not yours and has never been yours. Okay. The second question was, can you tell me your name? Ubet mi abo udi ankyere me. Ena wo yi na no say. Mo fa nkyere me. Ena wo yi na no say. This is very difficult because your human tongue is not able to pronounce it correctly. And a mispronunciation of our names is very offensive to some of my kind. What do I say? Or same in ye tekremano. And nane to the point that omo din omo ba. And once again, we will be I will share my videos. So my catcher will say, when you astral project, when you go into the astral, some of the beings no share omo na obuso omo din a. Omo catcher will say omo bo omo din a untimi mo. Into omo actually how to call them. When you astral projector, aya sometimes don't me Musa say within this. Just ask them say, me friend will say. What I say, me friend will say. No actually will say from me say because omo din ni de no kore die. Untimi mo. What I say, enti or say our language is very different from yours, but my name I will try to say it smoother by the use of your human letters. Something like minkobu, minkokao, because minka. With a very, very strong pronunciation of the sh and k sound. It k sound. But when I upload book, you series when I upload the book, nana also kaya. Wadama, wankasa no so. Wo de opa wo kosho de ma no abo. Why no abo na wasem ba na wa ka wasem wo de na na ti do mini obi. And ba we de me nkonko fa na no kakra ya mko kan ya. Ne to me se mo amu ye me pasem bi mu ojo. Enchine meku ede ma mini meku. Why? I say we have no four names like you, but only a single but unique name, which is divided and characterized by the way of speaking, and which is given not to children who have an own children name, but only in a special procedure in the adolescent age, at the time of either religious or scientific enlightenment or awareness, as you would call it. What you say? Said your friend, because some of us is almost 70 be walk around. In a vocabulary, we don't have words for almost 70 be now. I would appreciate it if you don't try to say my name, if you don't try to say my real name with your human tongue. Please call me Lacerta. This is the name I generally use when I am among humans and talk with them. You say about chow and try to obey na untimi, cause ubodi no amoni here. Microphone be wa they provoke. They provoke. Na go provoke ajo. And I don't go out show them on our border or provoke. Oh, fine. It was say or bendy pemua. No ni nipa be communicate here. Idia or the atone honne Lacerta. And no person boni din no. Now our friend Lacerta. Ena branti ni busa ne say how old are you? Wo kra no wadi mfie sen. Wo a wote wo ya. Why say wo ya? So wo ye odien yo so wo ye dien ya. Wo kra no wote ase wadi mfie sen. And was say we measure the time not like you in astronomical years and in the revolving of the earth around the sun, because we usually live beneath the surface of the planet. Our time measurement depends on the periodically returning cycle in the Earth's magnetic field. And according to this, and said with your numbers, or chirima with your numbers, no, or chirima omo calculate omo years, no, said they calculating and they calculated, said they evolve around the Earth, no home. And no motion no more they calculate omo age, no. Now so no you see na said the numbers here they calculating now. Or say I am today, let me calculate 57,653 cycles old. I have reached my adult phase and my awareness 16,337 cycles ago. This is a very important date for us. Date no the mamu for date ahana mutimi football age. Musicians crowd musician age. Musician no time or the be hate ni wo age or the tone hoso. Because on person e be kat when yini papa ni mu say o when yini bebre na uye bibia enye nipa wanwa bi. But I say o dey your family ekuma king paluta. Say nka king paluta e di be 50 years. And our boss anyway, Ufizenka, enipa we said that's so sorry so there. What I say? Get confirm so sorry so that. But we got oluma, unko pay bibi nya na o be dwan kwala ho te say he. Edi pay when the nipa ni be nya hit no. No pay age, no atini age ni so di musicians ti omo age so footballers ti omo age so. O say ono ni age ni mamu mfa nya mamu be ni agrosa. No say I have reached my adult phase. Eti watch out. According to your human time scale, no, or you're around 28 years. And I just say, or your babu, come kushiana, come kwaje taxu. Cause 28, the another say, suku. Say, na kumecha wrong meat. Ye kasema tukusi. Ya come the asemi fahini. Hey! 80, and the next question was say, what is your task? Do you have a job like us? And then now, who adwuma bi said ye wo adwuma na. Officer came Israel. Ngo pass am be shame you pa. Na shata ye be bra penny. Go pass am. Ma shata nto kwa vi tv nyina no. Who on the best set? Patre na me. Richard awako maju wakala. Mo no ke kanzemu. Aga shata ye nkrofo bia. Wagusi ya time na so. Wagusi ya time na so. Ade esu kra be na me was page 10 ni. Page 4. 37 pages so. And afi ni e page 4 no boy. Komo e betimi e dia wie ni. Wagusi o ma me 5 minutes bro. Can you imagine? I senior tax master, Abedi Abatious. I been and one de why a DGG and Nika bene. But a bar no who sania no account to adjum. But I say not a paba big na usisi. Not just a who sanny no ababe pim, na safro, na activate all your energy centers. Not I say, 80 tax on a year. And also your home benefit it derive from the taxation. Ye tax nekeke. Bibia no ya say unya home faso. What I say hey, Aubrey only pass it here the 30 minutes. Eti o say wo adwuma wo kra wo ye adwuma. Wo nenam yi wo nenam ya wo ye yi wo adwuma say ye wo 9 to 5 yi bi say. Ne answer ni o. O say to say it with your words. I am a curious student of the social behavior of your species. And to anuna juma wo ye ne say or monitor ye social behavior. Kwanya ye fa so tutu ye niema ye niema fa. Ntina ya me catch us say when you come in contact with some of these beings aya ye hu ye omo nwanwa me ka bibia ye hu timi ye omo nwanwa ma se adwemboni we ye tiri mu saa ye timi hwe ma ye kind ye kind etimi buada wote ase etimi buada when we wo sika hye obotomu ase nipa no betimi atodiane ama no oh ye hu timi ye omo nwanwa se ye timi nya sika etoto bomb ni tuo edi kunkum nipa enso ye ntimi mfidi nyanka ene enwisia wote ase ye hu timi ye omo nwanwa se ye timi aye ehwehan ama politicians omo brada no oba power mu a no obenya ne ho se tam no onye hwe ne yete wo hwem di oyo mutimi hwe edi so ne nkrofo be pa ne di o ma jonsa no aboni a hye o mutiri mu ma che so omo no they don't even recognize the evil they are doing to their own kinds. What I say? They don't even recognize it. I see SGH. What I say? Hey, I know your mom went to say. That's why I am here to talk to you. That's why I've revealed my real nature to EF, the original guy now in the common. And now to you. And that is why I give you all that secret information. And why I will try to answer all the questions on your mind, on your many sheets of paper honestly. I will see how you react, how others of your kind react. There are so many crazies and liars of your kind on this planet who claim to know the truth about us, about UFOs, about aliens, and so on, and some of you believe their lies. I am interested to see how your species will react if you make the truth, which I will tell you now, public. I am quite sure every one of you will refuse to believe my words, but I hope I am wrong, because you need to understand if you want to survive the coming years. This coming years, no, has been predicted by Plato any every 12,000 years biano. And Crawford Shedda. A critique artificial suyiri ejashishie any when we read that or and this technology, now you know all this technology, you know HAP, all this technology, you know technology omode kosu suyiri, technology omode kosu asase woso, technology omode kosu jashishie ni nyina omo wo but omo na na di ma unhu eti we a na wo de she nyame se nyame na nyame nya hwiu ye ne bronsam nete our kind omaton ye no mde age all this technology no mde pu ye widiem o de age mde pu ye widiem sa wo hu eti me come anymore. I will say the next question. I have read your full statement, which you have given to EF, the original guy now on any bidding common. About this, but can you give me more? Can you give me now just a short answer? Are UFOs real flying objects piloted by extraterrestrials, or do they belong to your species? Jazem no buzan say, Makai nkomo a woni EF, the original guy na Lacerta ekosra no nkomo a woni na die no Makai bi na mame nhunu mame ntiase say UFOs some amunim sa ship wa ye say UFOs for ne ships no me pese me hu say mo aliens mo na mu twi ana say dear mama ntiase ai mama ntiase ntini answer ni wo say some observed UFOs, as you call them, belong to us. Or see a bi wo a UFOs ni bi wa dia and was say but most not but most not. Or see a bit with blue or also an idea. Most of the mysterious flying objects in the sky are not technological devices, but mainly misinterpretation of natural phenomena your scientists have not understood. Or sometimes any money be one am enti ase na me twere komo omo say mo se my research we madam me bogu press BGSS e na me wie na mpese me tie ase a na me twere komo omo a omo se me nya scientist nti omo mfa ma me hey etika na ga me stress nka ayi nka honorary doctorate degree ya omo de ma papa kalipu yi come the mami aka bia ga me metimi agina so request some of these documents. We have microphone, we have too much. Kobogu press BJSS near. Or try to command the scientific community say, oh man, scientific research. What was all sharp quantities of there? Well, John said, but politely, they write back to me and tell me, you are not a scientist. We can't give it to you. Copper baby now John said Copper baby at that. What I said, was it? Oh, they don't understand it. Was it? Nevertheless, some UFOs are real craft belonging either to your own species, especially your military. Some can just say military, no. Or more technologies are on. Na internet na nya military for ne ho ne free buy. Internet no military for ne ho ne free buy you. All this AI na. This is where it all comes from. What they say, almost signing agreement. They give them technology, no almost am ho kwan say mo nchechi ye nkrofo ni bi na mo for mo nye de mo pese mo de mo ye mo experiment ni that kind of thing. What they say, etino what's the jackal? Okay, well, my main kind answer we na fancy one nyame adoma da ya wada na ye nto aso cause emze bread ne koyes a omo anjoin ne omo be hwe omo bread do e wa ya omo hwe omo bread eti enkoye ni mo say nevertheless some UFOs are real craft belonging either to your own species, especially to us, because we are generally very careful with our movement in the atmosphere, and we have special way to hide our ships. If you read a report about a sighting of a metallic bright gray cigar-shaped cylindrical object with a length of, there are 3 different types, let's say between 30 to 300, 260 of your meters. And if this object had made a very deep humming sound, and if there were 5 bright red lights on the metallic surface of the cigar, 1 at the top, 1 in the middle, 2 at the end, then it is likely that someone of you have seen one of our ships. And this means that it was either partly defect or that someone of us was not careful enough. We have also very small fleet of disc-shaped craft, but such UFOs belong usually to an alien species. Triangular UFOs belong generally to your own military, but they use foreign technology to build them. Technology if you really want to try to see one of our craft, you should have looked at the skies over the Arctic, the Antarctic, and over inner Asia, specifically over the mountains. And intin empenimfo na signing military agreement to say, omumo bi enko Antarctica, omumo bi visit the Arctic. Plane, aeroplane bi entum fa ho. Wow. So, the last question. Wadama. na enkosi 820 why na empon Mr. OP. And the last question, have you a special symbol or something that with which we can identify your kind? We na we cause me the way we are na ye we madama me the way see na ye we. It the question I will buzan say mo wa hye sudie bi a e hye nso a ebe me ehunu say we ne de ehu a e mo reptiles we mo reptilians we mo de no no ana. And was yes, we have two major symbols representing our species. One more ancient symbol is a blue serpent with 4 white wings on a black background. The color have religious meanings to us. When we say religious, it means connection. Religio. They are using our words. Your words need be no more. Florence Uzo and some patch on me when now way. And to say this symbol was used from certain parts of my society, but it is today very seldom. You humans have copied it very often in your old writings. The other symbol is a mystic being you would call a dragon, in the shape of a circle with 7 white stars in the middle. This symbol is much more common today. If you see one of that symbol on a cylindrical craft I have described in my previous answer, or on some underground installation, this thing or place belongs definitely to us. And I would advise you to go far away from there as soon as possible. Or say, sebrebreo, se sunne, na se ukoko pie baby a ubaba ko hunu symbol bi ayaya ne dragon in a shape of this 7 white stars. SCC ne mfimfin, whether a craft another an underground basement opamochau ojugu babai okwaduo fre adwa fradwa so omre wunyua na fatumrika 10 na dwane nye sa de beto sa da no wa we ya wan kasa no ubehu de beto na kwaku mame wrap up. I say that's anti question I will boost because Makofa 7 stars ya say my mame pen no we. What say into the question about any boost and say the 7 stars in the second symbol you mentioned, do they mean the Pleiades? And when we say Pleiades, we are referring to the 7 sisters. And I said the 7 main planets now are representing the 7 days of the week. No, what I say, the sun, the moon, the sun. I wrote them here. Those 7 planets now, Venus, the sun, the moon, Mars, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, which represent the 7 days. You know what I say? The sun representing Sunday, moon representing Monday, and so on and so forth. What I say? Saturn for Satan. What I say? For Saturday. Eti anu obusa ne say moon sunoma 7 no e wo dragon ni mfimfin na wo ka ho asem no. Yes, 7 main planets na rule over yen wiase ho asem na wo ka na yen hwe answers o de bema na obusa say Pleiades obusa no say Pleiades ana there be nya sa enya no are John enya no o say actually the 7 stars are planets and moons, and they are a symbol for our former 7 colonies in the solar system. It was say 7 stars now uhuno a almost former colonies now a representative planet any moons are almost species no a almost colony. Mind you, one say yeti hey yenuanum Elon Musk mo bopos or mo person mo call Mars. Echo colonizing Mars. Oh, but what a monko na zo mko do ona say you be colonia. Say you be colonia. E beji bori. Na jibori a. Ye nyina be test course no. So na mo do that. Enti o kire man o to aso na me de manu asi. O say The 7 stars are planets and moons that are a symbol for our former 7 colonies in the solar system. The stars are shown in front of a blue background, and the dragon circle means the shape of the earth. The 7 white stars means Moon, Mars, Venus, and 4 moons of Jupiter and Saturn. We had colonized in the past. 2 colonies are no longer in use and abandoned, so 5 stars would be more correct. Eduochra Oma colonize moon. What I make actually say before you be reading this text, yeah, the Anunnaki series near Midika catcher say moon no. There are extraterrestrial beings that are camp our hole. Midika can say we crack there with the data crayons and I made chance upon this document. And I'm never wrong. Because me din si akantam se mi nka ontroda no kre no mi mfra ne ntoma me ka ne pepepe se de no kre ne ti a kire na kwa kusi me time aso me kina ko me time aso enti wo kire planet no wo mo colonize the moon ye moon ya o ye moon we no wo ma colonize no na Mars, Venus, any 4 moons of Jupiter and Saturn na wo ma jami enu ato ho a eno de omo asay enema na omienu no wonka ye na wo se 2 aka enum sese aka 5 colonies a eno no omo control 85 ne de omo da so ho a omo control nti wan kire se Mars ne da so ka ho a ye kona ye koto omo a mo ma mi fa musia na da ya wa the official king skimo media me mo adwo akwa aba da ya wada yihia ye beto ankomo ne so nkomo ne mu ede na sabio ye di adwene dechi a ye behwe asu fraw enti no me de mu si ha na adomdom ye na ye da so tiate asefo asasi so ne ye shift ye what you say ye vibrate ye out of this meat jacket into the astral ne da so ha ye be hia ne adi nkomo ne ato ankomo iso mididi na Kyidomhene dwumadi di abakosem history 101 ene kwaku ansa ene kwame bullet ena eye production ni bibia midimu si ha adomdom ya na me kai wo se wo ye obi a kata ni cold ni fever etai hawa unya akutuo hono ayi ni nwura na anka nwura na ai me pa cho na one wo nsuo mu be 15 to 20 minutes na wabo bonsu abako de bia wudidi wi a no abobbo nsu abako obo ade na dawroma ho beto nature heals me da se me di usi ha eda ya wada ibihia na edi nkomo hwe ho so yi bye bye.